Hey everybody, Mr. Regan here. And up to now, we've done a lot when it comes to explaining not only what happened with our space pod and our space station when our ground team lost their connection, but also explaining what happened after the two collided together and had this cause and effect relationship between one another. So, the next part of our report is going to focus on creating a model where we're going to show that cause and effect relationship between our space station and our spaceship after they collided. So, obviously, in this relationship, we're going to look at the cause of this change in velocity, being the collision, and the effect is going to be not only the forces that are at play, but also the velocity of our two objects after they collide. And we're going to do that by diving into our modeling tool, which we've done in the past, and we're going to look at how we're going to go about completing that. So, as always, when you're done, come back and look at your survey question here. And again, call me in if you have your X in the yellow or red section. Now, the modeling tool is going to be in our Amplify page. And when you get there, what we're looking to do is model, okay, what's going on kind of during that collision and after the collision. So obviously, we're going to start with our before the forces of the collision part of our model. As our pod is approaching our station, we're going to then model in the during section the actual collision between the two itself. And then we're also going to model the velocities of our object when they are at the end of their, or after their collision, excuse me. So let's go ahead and take a look at how this is going to work. We're going to be using our features down here, our different objects, our different velocities, our different forces, and we're going to be putting them into our middle and far right box. So in our model, we have our object here that's going to be representing our pod as it approaches our space station, okay? And then we're going to have our object here that's going to represent the space station itself. So your job is going to be to decide what objects best represent the pod and the station during the collision. So you have to come to the objects, pick which ones you think represents both, and then what would that look like if I were to put them into a collision within the during force. The second thing you're going to decide is what forces do you feel best represent the collision between the two objects. So you're going to have to decide which ones do I pick and in which direction. From there, you're going to then go into the after force section, and here you're going to decide again what objects best represent our pod and station after the collision. So you have to pick out which ones, and then what velocities best represent the change in their motion. So after they collided, which velocities do I pick? What direction do I put them in? And you're going to have to, again, model the before they collide, the during the collision, and the after collision. All right. When you're done with that page, it's going to look very similar to that. You're going to click that hand in button in the top corner to kind of finish up everything. So that's going to be how you use your modeling tool. That's what you're going to be representing when it comes to this cause and effect relationship. And as always, if you have questions, reach out to me, but go ahead and complete your survey. Good luck, everybody.